When my wife and I separated, my life got better. Not months later, right away. I could breathe again, and that's when it hit me. I wasn't just a bad husband. I'd been living in a prison, and I didn't even know it. For years, I thought I was doing everything right, working hard, showing up, being responsible. But I was drowning, and I was dragging everyone down with me. Today I'm going to tell you 3 things I learned from breaking my marriage. I'm going to be honest, really honest, because maybe if someone had told me this 5 years ago, things would be different. I thought I had it all figured out. I worked hard, provided for my family. I was home for dinner every night, weekends with the kids. On paper, I looked like a good husband, a good dad. But here's what I couldn't see. I was running my life like a machine. My marriage, just another system to manage. My wife, another problem to solve. And when it all fell apart, when she finally said she was done, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Relief. Let me tell you why. Picture this. You're on a treadmill that never stops. You can't get off. You can't slow down. And everywhere you look, there's another problem to fix, another fire to put out. That was my life. At work, I was chasing money. I tried to find joy in it. I really did. But I was operating from fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of failing. Fear of letting people down. So I just kept going, because what else was I supposed to do? At home, same thing. Everything was a problem I needed to solve. And when my wife got sick and needed to rest, I felt nervous. Not worried about her, but nervous because I badly wanted everything and everyone to work according to plan. I was cold with her, the same way I was cold with myself. I worked like a machine, and I expected her to work like one too. But here's what I missed. You can't optimize love. Love isn't a spreadsheet. It's not about getting everything right or being efficient. It's about being there, really there. And I wasn't. I was at work. Even when I was sitting right next to her on the couch, my mind was always somewhere else. Planning, managing, controlling. And she must have felt it every single day. We have 2 daughters. They were 3 and 6 years old when we separated. Beautiful kids, full of energy, exhausting. And raising them, man, it was hard. By Saturday morning, I'd be desperate to get out of the house. I'd go to the gym. But the whole time I'm there, I felt guilty, like I needed to get back, like I was kind of abandoning them, you know? But here's what I didn't see. My wife wasn't just taking care of 2 kids, she was actually taking care of me too. When I was stressed, she had to walk on eggshells around me. When I was overwhelmed, she had to calm me down. I mean, I wasn't her partner. I was another kid she had to manage, and I had no idea. When we separated, I asked her, "Can you really handle the kids by yourself?" I thought I was being helpful, you know? Like, how is she going to do this alone? And she looked at me and said, "You were the 3rd child. Now I only have 2 to take care of." That hit me hard. She was basically saying I didn't just not help. She was saying I kind of made her life harder. That she was literally better off without me. You know what? She was right. I wasn't really showing up as a man, as a partner. I was showing up like someone who needed to be taken care of. I mean, being there isn't enough. You have to actually be emotionally grown up. You have to carry your own weight, handle your own stuff, not make your partner responsible for your moods. I wish I figured that out sooner. So let's go back to what I said at the start. When we separated, my life got better. I know how that sounds, right? You might be thinking, what kind of person says that? What about your kids, your responsibility? I mean, I get it, but here's the truth. I felt like I was in a prison, at work, at home, everywhere. Not because my wife trapped me, not because my kids were a burden, but because I kind of built the prison myself, you know? I said yes to clients I hated. I said yes to a life that didn't really fit. I said yes to being the guy who had it all together, even when I was falling apart. And when the marriage ended, it was like someone finally opened the door. I could breathe. For the first time in years, I could actually breathe. I went through all the stages: denial, anger, sadness, but I moved through them fast, faster than I expected. And on the other side, peace. Not because I didn't love my wife, not because I didn't care, but because I finally stopped pretending. Here's the hard part, the thing people don't really want to hear. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let go. I mean, not every marriage is meant to be saved. And staying in something that's kind of killing both of you, that's not noble. For me, I didn't have the guts to end it. Because there was money involved. And kids. As soon as money and kids are involved, we prefer the pain of a bad relationship over the pain of not knowing what happens with all that money and the kids. I was scared, you know? Scared to admit I wasn't happy. Scared to admit I'd messed up. Big time. Scared of being the bad guy. But the irony? Staying was what actually made me the bad guy. Because I wasn't really there. I was half in, half out. And everyone could feel it. Freedom isn't selfish, it's honest. And when you free yourself, you kind of free everyone around you too. So those are the three things. 1, you can optimize love. I mean, being present beats being productive. Every time. 2, being there isn't enough. You have to actually show up as a whole person. Not another kid, you know. 3, sometimes love means letting go. And that's not failure, that's actually courage. I'm not proud of how my marriage ended, but I'm grateful for what it taught me. I'm building a different life now, one that actually fits who I am, not who I thought I was supposed to be. And my daughters, they're seeing a version of their dad who's actually present, not a nervous machine stressing everyone out. That's worth something. If this hit you or if it pissed you off, tell me in a comment. Tell me your story. Tell me where you think I'm wrong, because this stuff is messy, you know? It's complicated and we need to talk about it more. If you want more of this, real talk about growth, purpose, getting out of your own way, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.